We're going to explore the history and characteristics of Caribbean Spanish, a variety spoken in countries such as Cuba, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico, as well as along parts of the Caribbean coasts of South and Central America. This dialect stands out due to its unique pronunciation patterns, grammar structures, and vocabulary, all of which have been shaped by a rich blend of historical influences. Historically, this variety developed as a result of contact between Spanish colonizers, indigenous peoples, and enslaved Africans who were brought to the region. The interaction of these groups led to linguistic changes, including influences from indigenous languages and African speech patterns, particularly in rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation. Over time, contact with other European languages, as well as trade and migration, further enriched the dialect. One of the most defining features of Caribbean Spanish is its pronunciation. Speakers often soften or drop certain sounds, especially at the end of words, giving their speech a more fluid and melodic quality. This characteristic is believed to have been influenced in part by African languages, as well as by general tendencies in spoken language to simplify sounds over time. In terms of grammar, Caribbean Spanish has some distinct patterns. For example, speakers tend to use different ways of addressing groups of people compared to other Spanish-speaking regions. Sentence structure can also be more flexible, sometimes omitting subject pronouns, which creates a more conversational and dynamic flow. Finally, the vocabulary of this variety is highly expressive and includes words that have been borrowed from other languages over centuries. Many terms reflect the region's historical ties to indigenous cultures, African heritage, and even later interactions with English and French-speaking populations. Altogether, Caribbean Spanish is a vibrant and dynamic dialect, shaped by the diverse cultural history of the region. Its unique features make it an essential part of the linguistic landscape of the Spanish-speaking world, reflecting the identity and history of its speakers.